Hi guys, welcome back to our video again. So in this video, we want to talk about the new ICA QR code app, which allows you to pass through the checkpoint without scanning your passport. So in this video, there's a few areas we would like to explore or go through. First is how to get the app, how to set it up. The second part we want to talk about is whether is it useful, is it more efficient than the current system, is it faster, is it more effective? And then lastly, we talk about what are the things to take note on while using the app, or some of the difficulties or some of the not so good experience that we have with the app. So let us get started on the first part. So we download this ICA mobile app. Okay, so in this ICA mobile app, you will see this thing called the MyICA code. So once you go in, and then they will show you this tutorial stuff. Just skip. So you're able to add your profile. Okay, so you can use your SingPass, you can scan your passport, or you can fill in manually. So in this case, we'll use our SingPass. We also tried using the passport scanner. It uses your camera to scan your passport biometrics page. Okay, so all you need to do is just to verify. So you verify your info, and then just click on this next button. Then you will click on this, and then save. To access the QR code after creating a profile, click confirm and add more. Okay, so then we just use click confirm, then you will have your QR code here for your personal use. Okay, under this view profile, you can add more profile in, like your family member and whatnot, by using the following details to key in. And then with that information, you can create a group here, or you can use this part here to create a group. So you can create a group name here, and then you select your vehicle type. So for cars, you can go up to maximum 10. For lorries, then it's 4. For motorcycle, then it's 2. So we just select the member that you want, and then go to next, and then we will click on generate QR code. So you will get a QR code that has an expiry date. You can screenshot it, save it somewhere and use it, so you don't need to launch the app every time you pass through. So it's pretty simple. So now you have an individual one and also a group one. So we tried out this ICA QR code app when it's made available on the very first week. So as you can see on the first part of the video, the learning curve of how to use the app is pretty straightforward. You will have no issue in terms of navigating the app. Similar to all the new stuff that you tried the first time round, is definitely not smooth sailing, so you need a little bit of trial and error. The first time we tried the app is during a weekday in the morning peak hour, where you will see massive flows of bike crossing through the portal. So during this peak hour timing with a single rider, we found that there's not much difference in terms of time efficiency. Personally, I felt that it would take a little bit longer because of the placement of the scanner, and also one of the reasons is how the single rider is being positioned. So we will go through more on that on point 3 later on. Conclusion is single rider, not much difference between scanning passport and scanning a phone. Technically, you still have to keep the phone and take out the phone versus take out a passport and keep a passport. So we also tried it on a rider and pillion situation. So personally, I felt that in the case of a rider plus a pillion situation, this QR code app makes a lot more sense because you don't need to slot in 2 passport, take out 2 passport. And the time taken for the machine to recognize 2 ID is faster on the app as compared to scanning 2 passports. So personally, you find that in the rider plus pillion situation, it's much better. It's faster, it's more efficient, you don't need to take out your passport. I think that it's the direction to go, which is not surprised because it is a system designed for 4-wheelers where you can have more than 1 to 10 passenger in the car. So this is just a scaled down version for the motorcycle, the 2-wheelers. So one thing you need to take note that you have to update the app whenever you change a new passport, because your passport number will be different. On our first trial, we downloaded the app and set it up a few days back before we decided to cross the border. The information input in back then was from the old passport. Then a few days later, we collected the new passport. So in my opinion, because it's linked to SingPass, I would think that the system will automatically update my new passport number to the app, but it didn't. So end up we were stopped and we have to push the bike aside and to get the passport scanned manually by the officer. So that's one part that you need to take note. The scanner is placed in a very weird position where it's like a face scanner. It's pretty high up and far away from the rider. So it's quite a stretch out for your hand to reach the scanner with your handphone. And because it's so far away, it's pretty hard to determine whether the phone screen is aligned to the scanner and whether the scanner captures the whole QR code. So constantly you have to do random adjustment, just hoping that the scanner will capture the whole QR code. So probably the further you stretch out, the less stable your hand is, and then it creates a lot of motion where the scanner couldn't really detect the QR code, which makes you wonder whether the QR code scanner is working or even your phone is working with that right QR code. So I felt that this is a neglected part in terms of user experience, or the missing part where how you understand the user actually interact with the QR code scanner or the machine. I guess a more convenient or proper way would be similar to the POS machine. It is lower and then it's closer to the user. So after using a few times, you'll get the hang of it. It's definitely not a deal breaker. So here's an observation that we have that we can help to facilitate the user to reduce that QR code scanning error. So we found that the optimal space between the QR code scanner and your phone QR code is around 5 to 10 cm apart. So you can start by using that gauge to place your phone. If the scanner couldn't detect your QR code, probably the next thing you can do is try to move further back away from the scanner. So alright guys, this will be the end for this video about the ICA app with the QR code scanning border crossing experience. Hope you enjoy and find this video useful. See you on the next one. Bye bye.